Hey, Andrew, how are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. So, I've known you for about a year now, I think, but you play Flesh and Blood a little bit. So did I. I think,
A little bit.
well, you play a lot more than me. I've been a little out of it, but I might, how long you been playing Flesh and Blood?
So I started playing Flesh and Blood with Alexi Precon right after the Aria pre-release. I wanted to get into a different game because I was playing D&D at the time, and I really just wanted something else to do. I was like kind of looking into Magic, didn't really like it. Had some bad experiences with Commander. And then
Yeah.
I was introduced to Flesh and Blood at an LGS, and then from there it just I kept playing,
Well,
and I
who was your hero then? You started in Tails, right? So who did
yeah,
you?
Lexi. I
Yeah,
always played Lexi,
yeah. I think you
so
already said that. I already forgot. I'm so bad at this
that's all
stuff.
right.
But I love Lexi too. But I started playing before you, so I've been in it longer.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
When did
But
you start playing?
2020.
Oh, yeah, I was 20, 2022.
21, probably
No,
fall.
21, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
2021.
Tales came out fall 2021.
Yeah.
I played
I
2020.
started
Yeah.
I started playing October 6th, 2021.
I don't remember the day I played. I got my boxes from Rudy and all that, and I started playing locally. I started the Seattle Discord group. We're at 300 members now, though, the
Oh,
Seattle group. So that's
that's
pretty cool.
successful. Yeah.
Yeah, I try. And then Seattle, the Salty Bowl group, which you joined as well, is 200 now. So that's
Oh,
pretty cool.
wow, that's pretty good. I've definitely
But
tried to invite people to grow the server because it's a nice server.
yeah, it's pretty fun. So unlike me, I just play Katsu. You play you try different heroes out, right?
Yeah, so I try to play every single class. Not every hero, but I try to play every single class. From a competitive standpoint, you want to know how other heroes work. You want to be able to know how to play against them because you want to know their game plan and how it affects your game plan, and then how those interact. What you could do to disrupt that game plan or race that game plan, depending what hero you're playing. So I like trying out all the different heroes. Also, they got cool stuff, different aesthetics.
They're all really cool. I just like Katsu. I'm excited he's coming back, but it is what it is. Katsu's awesome, so whatever. But I like to kill everybody with Katsu. I don't know how to play anybody else that well. I mean, I'll play warrior, whatever, but Katsu's my guy. But I like that you try out everybody, even though you have your, main people.
I'm
But
sorry, I got distracted by your dog in the background.
oh yeah, yeah, today's his birthday too.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I got him Japanese chicken and rice, whatever, for his birthday.
Werewolf.
Well, it was a fancy chicken, but I just had to make it plain. But I just spoiled him a little bit. Um, but you don't just play the game; you also do alters, right? So,
Yeah. Um, so I started doing altars probably a little over a year ago now. Because I like painting in general. Used to always paint with acrylics and canvas. I prefer doing landscape paintings. I haven't done too much of it since I started doing altars. Um, I also used to do miniature paintings for D&D, and then I use the miniature paints for the cards that I
mhm.
alter, just because the paint is thin, so it works really well to give you a nice layer on the card without like really bulking it up or anything. It's thin enough to run in a deck without noticing in a deck check. So,
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you used
yeah,
miniature paint. You probably told me at one point because I used to paint miniatures for Warhammer too, and it's a lot of fun.
yeah,
Well, I don't have any art skills, so I don't do altars. So that's pretty cool.
yeah.
What was one of the more complicated altars that you've done?
Probably when I did the Icelander full art, like covering up the text box and everything, that was really hard. When you do the bigger, like full art altars, you have to go through ugly stages, and that can be
Hmm.
really hard as an artist to be looking at a piece that you're doing and being like, wow, this is like really ugly right now. But it ended up turning out really well, in the end. And right now I'm working on a Dromai full art altar for one of my friend's patrons, which is really nice. So
That's cool.
yeah.
How long does it take you to make those?
Uh for the full art, it can take 4 to 6 hours.
Mhm.
And then for usually extended art, it takes 2-ish hours, depending on how complicated it is, and on the colors, because some colors are way harder to color match. One of the ones I had the most trouble with was Dawnblade and Dorinthia. It's really hard to match the colors in the background because they're kind of odd colors.
Mhm.
So a lot of time alters is really mixing the paint. Takes a long time. So
Well, that's cool that you do it. I mean, there's a big community that does it, but I really like the work that you've done. I have
I appreciate
I have a
that.
Katsu one from you as well.
Yeah. I
I got
remember
Katsu
Dave
one.
buying it from me.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you gave it to me, so that's pretty cool.
yeah.
And then, so like, how did you get involved in the Flesh and Blood community then? Because like you mentioned you started playing it, but I met you on Twitter. You joined the Salty Well Discord too. Like, so
Yeah.
how did that whole thing go about?
So I started playing more competitively around March of 2022, or I guess it was February 2022, around Everfest. I started playing Prism pretty competitively, in Starvo meta and everything. And I started to get a lot more invested in the community. I like making friends. So I was joining Discords, talking to people, and then finding your Discord. I really enjoyed seeing it from the viewpoint of an investor or collector,
Mhm.
especially because it's my first TCG. I've never been involved in that, and I like seeing the economy at works in the TCG.
Yeah, but you started becoming a mini whale yourself, right? You getting some alpha?
Yeah, I do have my most expensive alpha card's just a rainbow foil potion of strength, but I've been trying to, maybe buy a little bit of Dorinthia alpha because she's the best girl. So,
She's pretty cool. I like her.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
she's the reason why I liked Warrior in the beginning. Like, Durantia is pretty badass, but
yeah.
I got attached to Katsu, so now I can't switch. Uh,
So,
but even though Durantia is good to me.
don't you
So
still need a 9.5 Lord of Wind rainbow foil from alpha?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I need that glistening steel blade, and then swing big, or not swing big. There's some like a reckless swing. I'm missing
Reckless
those. I'm
Wind.
missing those. Those are super and two Jessic's missing. But I do have a clean Katsu Lord of Wind. I'm going to upgrade. I think it's 9.5 quality. And then I'm going to pick up more Reckless Swings to eventually get to 9.5. And then Glistening is going to be a pain in the ass. So
So I actually have a question. Do you accept tens into your 9.5 collection? Have you ever gotten an alpha 10?
I've never gotten an Alpha 10. I have gotten a 10 in Monarch, but I've only received one 10 of all the cards upgrade. It's not easy to.
Wow, really?
Mhm.
What card was it?
It was some light card. I forget which one it was because I got rid of it a while ago. But it was a cool card, but I just forget which one it was top of my head. But I liked it, but I don't. So, for example, like when you grade a lot of cards, when you buy a lot of cards, I can't keep everything I have because it's not cheap to buy everything I have, to grade everything I have, right? So I have to set goals, right?
Yeah.
For example, I have this. I just have cards laying around everywhere. I have this quad tectonic plating, right?
Hmm.
It's a 9.5 quad. Very nice card, very valuable, very rare. But that's not part of my personal collection because my personal
Right.
collection is 9.5B. Um, and I don't want to do any
Oh,
higher.
it's that specific.
Yeah, I'm doing 9.5B because quads are hard to get. If I try to go for quads, I don't want to be like, oh, I got a few quads here, a few tens here. Kept it 9.5B on that. So anything higher than that's out of it. So I have my quad pile, but that's a separate thing. That's not part. That's part of my either I'm selling to buy something else or whatever type pile, but it's not my personal collection pile because it's just too expensive to do everything. Like I still have to collect all the
Right.
commons, rares, all that.
Yeah.
And I bought a lot of them. I bought a lot of bulk, right? But I had to
Yeah.
do quality checks on them, spend all the time. It's
Yeah.
a lot of
It's
work. So
nice you get to cycle your money, through the game.
yeah, I mean it's fun. And then like when you have valuable cards, so a lot of people want them, then it helps me buy more stuff I'm trying to get for my collection. But originally I bought like as much as I could. Now I'm very focused on trying to get it's a 9.5 alpha collection. Rainbow foil, cold foil. Non-foils, I'm not doing those. It's just too much money to collect that.
No, they'll be worth a lot one day.
I mean, it will be, but it's also very, very expensive to do it because right now, like cards are $18 each to grade. They were $35 each grade last year. So, you could spend 20, 40 grand on this very easily if you send out like a
Right.
lot of cards. Because you want to send out multiple 9.5 candidates because you send it, you're gonna wait 4 months, you might not get one or not. So I don't want to like wait 2 years, 5 years to get my 9.5 collection. So I'll probably send another 1,000 cards, 500 to 1,000 cards, and that's gonna cost 9 to 18 grand, right?
A lot of money.
Yeah, it's not cheap. So I have a
Right.
lot of cards I want to grade, but I'm going to be very specific to it. When I graded last year, I did a blanket thing because like Beckett was closing, so I was like, all right, whatever, I'm not going to do as much quality check. So I had a bunch of cards that were nines, 9.5s, but also had 8.5s. Worst card I had was like a 4, which is kind of funny, so I'm gonna keep it. But it kind of went kind of
Wait,
fast on.
what was the four? What was
I
the
don't
four?
remember the 4, but I have a 6.5 full art twinning blade. It's pretty cool. Um,
What was wrong with it?
the surface is a little dinged in.
Hmm.
But when you a lot of those cards were mistreated. So even the CRU, Welcome to Alpha, Arcane, whatever, all those cards are mistreated. So even Rainbow Foils have dents in on it. Because I bought cards from New Zealand, Australia, uh, Taiwan, and all those places. So I bought them everywhere, right? But not
Yeah,
every.
all over the world.
Yeah. So like it's like fine diamonds, right? You want to get the best source and best quality and all that. But
Yeah.
I tried. So some of those things were shit. But most of them are pretty good. But there's some really shit ones. I have a good amount of 8.5s, which are still good quality near mid. But I'm saying like, but
Yeah.
a few of them popped out in 6s and 4s. But that's when I did a massive submission, not much time to get done. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I fuck up.
Pretty
But
cool.
this time I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna be very specific what I grade first time because Beckett just dropped her stuff. Have you ever thought about grading?
Uh, as a broke college student, I have not. I currently do not work, so I don't think I could really afford grading. I've almost thought about it with the Alpha Dorinthia stuff I want to get, but
Mhm.
honestly, I just want to get it to play with it. So, have a really cool, like Crew First Edition and Alpha Dory deck, because I like Dorinthia a lot. If I get like rainbow foils, I might save those to grade. But grading is a possibility in the future, depending um how much money I can get. If I can start making like a decent income off alters, I might consider grading some stuff then.
Well, how
But at
often
the
do you?
current moment, no.
Yeah, I mean, having a job does help, but doing alters does pay. But how many alters do you do like a week then? I guess just out of curiosity, how busy are you with that?
Um, it can really be like super up and down. Sometimes I'll get one week where I'll make like $150 and then I won't make any money for the next 3 weeks. The demand can be very sporadic,
Mhm.
but I'd say maybe averaged out, I make like $75 a month if I average it out. But you know, it's I think it'll become a bigger market as Fab grows. Um, but currently I think it's quite a small, very niche market.
Yeah.
Um, but when people get them, they always seem to really enjoy them and show them off. Recently I had my friend Evan in the Indianapolis stream who won a game with my alter on
Oh, that's
stream.
cool.
Like literally the Rin Chant killed the Fi player. So that was kind of neat to, get that kind of publicity, you know.
You made it to the camera indirectly. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh wait, but you're on the camera right now too, so you get more publicity right now too.
Oh yeah.
So it's a win-win, right? Um,
Yeah.
Not that the channel's big, but it's still fun. Um, so you play competitively. I think I remember you said you tried going on the pro tour last year, but that didn't work out so well.
Yeah, I wasn't actually invited to Pro Tour one, but I did go to the Pro Tour. But when I checked Thursday morning, calling tickets were sold out. I was very upset about that. So I just did side events all day. I went 3-1 in every single side event I played. Um, and then I got a bunch of cool mats. I'm actually my laptop, you can't see it, but it's on my Exude Confidence mat I got there.
Oh, cool.
So yeah. Um, I really enjoy doing side events though. In this past year, I was actually invited to nationals, based off XP. The highest 90-day XP I've ever gotten was 75th in the country. Um, don't do that. It kills you. If you're not winning at big events, don't grind 5 armories a week to get in the top 100.
That's too much time for me. But I'm glad. I mean, being a starving student, you have the time to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I used to play
Well,
quite a bit of events. Last event I really played in though was Pro Tour. I did the calling for that. I
oh,
think
that's cool. Yeah.
I think I was 4-3. Dropped, but unfortunately the XP system still put me in the last game, so I went 4-4. So that was my last main event. I haven't played much since then because I was not a fan of Faye or Fi or whatever his name is. I'm a Katsu lover, so Katsu's coming
Yeah.
back. So this next set has me so excited about it.
Yeah, definitely.
What are your thoughts on the next set? Like, you looking forward to the new,
Um,
or you want to see how it affects your cards you play for someone you play as, or
um, Honestly, Outsiders, I'm excited for the collectability of it, but honestly, gameplay wise, I'm not sure how I feel about it with the spoilers so far and everything. I definitely think that um we're gonna see so much disruption and games. It feels like it's gonna slow down games like a lot. And this past weekend at Indy, we saw a lot of slow games,
Hmm.
5 Ultimate Top, 1 Briar, and 2 Islander. We're definitely in a slow meta right now. I feel like Outsiders is gonna continue making it slow. I think it might actually make it harder for competitive play because going to time is a thing. So I definitely think the new heroes look really cool. I'm very interested in the draft experience. Having 6 heroes is
yeah.
really neat. Um, I do think it'll be more balanced and better than the 3 heroes. Although Uprising Draft wasn't super bad, it was still just, I don't know. I prefer 4 heroes personally, but
I think I might prefer 6 now.
maybe we'll have to see. I'm really interested in the dual class cards. Like I honestly think the Marvels and Outsiders are going to be amazing. I personally love the art style of them. I love how they look like the cards in Three of a Kind and the cards that
Oh,
Azalea
okay.
always holds.
Yeah.
So I really think that's a super neat, like little lore thing.
I mean, I
So
think it looks cool. I don't know how slow it's going to be. I mean, it looks like you get hit and take damage on it, so it's going to encourage you to block. But I don't know. I mean, Katsu player, I never like to block anyways, so we'll see. But it's always a challenge how much damage you take. But yeah, I haven't played for a while, so I'm really excited about the set because I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry about arcane. I don't have to worry about ice. I can just draft and play sealed and just not worry about that stuff. So I'm excited to have a non-ice draft sealed event.
yeah.
But
Are you gonna be coming to Baltimore?
I don't think I'll be coming to Baltimore this year. I want to, but I went to Thailand for 2 weeks. And then my girlfriend gets back from Thailand pretty soon, so I'm gonna take another 2 weeks off. So I'm like trying to balance out the work, love life, and fab at the same time.
Well,
So
I feel like you should definitely try to come to Baltimore. I know a lot of people in the Salty Whale chat were talking about meeting up, and how would it be a whale meetup without you? How is it going to be a Salty Whale meetup without Salty Whale? You
when
know?
is the Baltimore again?
I believe it is like the very end of April or beginning of May. So
I'll
I
try.
don't remember
I'll
exact dates.
try. Can't make any promises, but I'll try. I
You
want to
should
go.
try. You should try.
Yeah. I used to live in Maryland. I used to live in Leonardtown, Maryland. So St.
It's
Mary's
cool.
County. Yeah. Not as dangerous as Baltimore, but I mean Baltimore is probably not the most luxurious location. But Maryland has some nice places though.
I
So
heard the aquarium was really good in Baltimore. I'm honestly excited to do that because we're staying a couple extra days. I'm going with my parents.
oh cool.
As a birthday gift, I'm going to Baltimore. So yeah, we talked about going to the aquarium and everything on like Monday after the event. So that'll be really fun.
You can always visit DC as well, not too far from there.
Yeah.
No, you're like fuck that. All right.
I've been to DC before. My mom just doesn't want to go, but I love going to the Smithsonian's. They're so cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I
But
like museums.
yeah, museums are cool. Anyways, aquarium's fun. I'm sure to get some other ones in Baltimore too. But yeah, so that'll be fun. So, are you planning to calling the pro tour, or are you gonna do side events?
Honestly, I find it more valuable to do side events. I find it more enjoyable. You have so much more free time. You can eat lunch whenever you want, you know? They, this nationals, they give you a lunch break, but in previous events I've been to, they haven't. So it's kind of nice to be able to be in control of your own time. in a way, you know, playing side events, win tickets because you get super cool stuff. You can't see it right now, but on my wall over there, I have a Tumulti banner that I got at nationals from
Oh,
playing in side events, which is super cool. I love Tumulti. I love Frederico. He's an amazing artist, one of my favorites. I really respect him, and I love the art he does.
I love the art. I'm not really good at keeping track of artists' names, unfortunately, anyone's names in general, but I do love dragons, as you know. So
Yeah,
yeah, so that's pretty cool art that you got that. I,
very jealous you have all the really cool dragons. I've been playing an aggro Dromai list lately. It's like wish I had some Marvel Dragons because it doesn't even run any of the big ones.
oh,
So
it
it's
does.
like,
Okay.
oh,
Yeah, I want to get a few more soon, I think.
oh
Um,
my gosh. How much have you already spent on them?
uh 10, 15 grand, I think.
Yeah, you're crazy. I can't.
If I maybe get another 5, 10 grand worth. I don't
It's
know.
like people in their Everfest trinkets, you know, and silver palms.
I mean, people have their thing. Some people like trinkets, some people like palms. I like dragons. So it's like whatever. You know, there's a card for everybody, right? Or like, what's your favorite collectible card besides Drentia? Then
Um,
it's a hard question.
that's um first edition Dash Rainbow foils. I don't think I'll ever be able to own one, or like maybe a couple, but I love the fact they just say boost.
Oh,
It's
that's
just a
really
little
cool.
little tiny bit of text. I really like them. I think those would be super nice to have. Because the first CC hero I played was Dash. So I really like Dash as well. You know, just like all the ladies in this game, you know.
The ladies and Fab, the feet of Fab. I love all the boots they make. So
I just
not
pulled a
a foot
Valiant
person,
Dynamo
but
the other day.
was that
We did a what was it? I don't know. But out of my prize packs from an armory, I pulled a Valiant Dynamo
very
after
cool card?
playing Hatchet Story. So it's
Yeah,
pretty
that
cool.
card's kind of quiet right now, but once they get Light Threnty out, I think that card will pick up.
Oh yeah. Dynamo is such a good card. I think it's one of the
Mhm.
best cards in the game, and it's such a sleeper, honestly.
Oh yeah, that's a sleeper. Phantasmal Footsteps, still in a good range. They're in a $200-300 range, so that's pretty good cards.
Yeah,
But we're gonna have another light illusionist come out this year. And I saw behind you before we start talking is you have two illusionists in the background, and you also
I
have
do.
an Ice Wizard. So why
Yeah.
the three ladies there?
I honestly I really like when the game has like the theme of pitch color. I
Yeah.
think it's really interesting. I like things to be thematic. So like I sleeve all my decks in matching colors to the hero.
Mhm.
Um, so I really like things to be matchy matchy. And also Illusionist is my favorite class. I love playing Illusionist. I miss Prism. Bring 2023, bring Prism back,
Oh yeah,
please.
she's amazing. So
I want
you
to
got the
use
blue, the yellow, and the red. Okay, that's it.
yeah,
But you just have to have two illusions because they're badass too.
yeah. I mean, Illusionists are also pretty. Their game mechanics are so unlike any other class. Um, they're also like they always just feel nice into the field generally. Of course, they've always struggled into aggro, and Fi kind of pushes Dromai out. But I've had pretty good success with the aggro Dromai list being able to beat Fi. So that's exciting.
Well,
I want to
Fly's
base
already
illusionist.
he's already earned a lot of LL points too. I think so. A lot of these heroes are getting.
Not as much as you'd think,
Mhm.
but yeah, Oldhim is getting up there in LL points. Petition for Oldhim to LL before Briar.
I want Oldham out. I want Icelander out. Then Katsu could take the reins.
I mean, I'm fine with Islander. I just want Oldhim out. I'm an Oldhim hater. Stinky
Well, I
Oldhim
just want less
players.
ice. I like Lexi Ice because she's fun to play, and she. Well, that doesn't
Oh,
like the ice aspect, but I like playing Katsu, right? So I can still beat like Ice Lexi, but Icelander, I'm like, "All right, I don't know what I'm doing." And then old him, whatever, just pain in the ass.
this past PQ season I played Fi, so I Ice Lexi is literally like your Achilles heel on Fi. Like you just it is such a bad matchup. And now with the belittle ban, I don't think Fi can really beat Ice Lexi unless she like bricks hard, you know.
Mhm.
I definitely does not. Actually, I still have it. I did get a gold foil crucible
Oh, that's
from
badass.
I got second on Fi at a pro quest with 19 people, I believe. So I dodged ice all day.
That's pretty
So
cool. The only I got second in the RTN once. The first round nationals. I was playing Pummel Katsu.
I was so close to the tunic.
Yeah, I just missed a tunic. Oh, and that card's popular right
I
now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that card's pushing 3,000. So,
Just
but
a lot of money.
I got I forget what I got. It was like some random card. I was like, it's like, hey, this really awesome thing for first place. Second place is like, hey, good job.
Yeah.
But it's still fun though. But the
Yeah.
reaction I got though, because I was playing against Chain, I didn't even know how to play against Chain. I dodged him
Oh,
all. And then I pulled a pummel on the guy, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Like he wasn't expecting Katsu had a pummel on the deck. So
Pummel Katsu's silly. What's your opinion on Tiger Katsu? Have you seen it in
I haven't
game?
played it yet. Looks cool, but I still think I like the Surge and Strike quite a bit. And I like that the new set has a whelming combo, so you can
Yeah.
pivot off a Surge and Strike, whelming gust wave, and you can play that new combo card, which then if it
Yeah.
hits draws another combo card. So I do like the how the Tigers look. I like those cards quite a bit. The style's really cool. I like to see more combo because I was really disappointed with Uprising with no combo cards. So
Right. You're silly.
yeah, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
So what are your goals now? So you got the Twitter, you got Discord. What do you use most? And what are your next goals for Flesh and Blood?
So I use Discord the most. I'm actually most active in your server because there's a lot of funny, good people in there. I also just honestly, if I had the money, I would 1000% dive super deep into the investing part of this game.
Mhm.
I made a call a couple months ago about Arcane Rising Unlimited, and I ended up being right. So I kind of trust myself a little bit now, being able to see trends and stuff. And with being a player, you get more involved with the cards, and you can easily like call more what's going to be more collectible slash profitable investment wise.
Yeah,
And I also just love this game a lot. Um, and my plans for the future for like Flesh and Blood and everything, I want to try and grow my altar business a lot more. I want to try and get more foot traffic and stuff. Maybe make it a little sustainable. Um, I think uh actually this past PQ season I was trying not to be competitive and I still got second,
oh man, that's
but
so horrible.
I played Fi. It's stinky Fi, you know.
Okay, you're trying to lose and you can't do it. Okay.
I lost my first round to Reinar, and then I proceeded to go 4-1. So
That always hurts when you lose first. Because I played two Pro Tours or Pro Quest last year, and then the first one I got top eight. Second one I got my ass the first round. I can't think of his ethnic smoke. Fucking I played
oh
him.
yeah.
Fucking kicks my ass.
Oh wow, he's an amazing player.
Yeah, I know. That's the one guy you don't want to play first, right? So
Yeah.
I played him first. And then it's pretty funny though. I played against Marco. He's also has a YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good player. He's playing Brute, but then he did the card that killed himself an accident when he could have won.
Oh, Beast Within.
Yeah, he's beast within, and he had one life left, and he could have
See,
killed me.
there you go. I just did it. You said a card, I can name it. Actually people like at armories and stuff will like ask me, and I'll be able to usually rattle off the name of a card. Because I spend a lot of time with my cards. I love my cards.
Well, I like my cards too, but I remember the ninjas apparently, but at least Katsu cards.
Oh,
But
it's because you're a boomer. You have bad memory.
I forget. I'm not a boomer yet. Okay, I can never technically be a boomer. I'm a old millennial. I'm 39. Boomers, I forget how old they are, but I dodged that one. What are you? A Gen A, C,
Gen
X,
Z.
Z?
Yeah.
All right, what happens after Z?
It's Generation Alpha, actually.
See, I was right. Hey, all right,
Starts
alpha.
in 2012, I believe.
Oh, so we get some alphas coming up. All right,
Yeah.
interesting.
Gotta collect some alphas.
Cool. So what's the takeaway? How do people find you, and what would you want to do alters for them for? Not for, but like what would be your favorite things to do alters for?
So you can find me on Twitter at Andromeda underscore TCG. Um, and I don't know. I think My favorite altars to do. I really like doing hero cards because people are gonna play with that a lot, you know. I enjoy doing equipment tide flippers. It's been one of my favorites to do. I really like the colors on it. I was actually recently requested by a local to alter his Fendel spring tunic,
Oh
and
wow.
that's gonna be really fun. It's a white bordered one, and he wanted me to do extend the art, so that'll be pretty neat. I've never highest rarity I've ever done was a majestic. So I'm excited to actually, put my work on an L, devalue it.
Well, it's gonna be white border though, right?
Yeah.
You'll add value then. That's pretty cool. And then so do you also do custom art or is it mainly alters like extending art and full art type stuff?
I will do custom art. I'm a
Yeah.
little more hesitant to do that just because of how small the card space is. It's really hard when you're using traditional means of painting to get really small details and everything.
Mhm.
So I prefer just extending the art, doing full art heroes. But I've done custom art before. I put Dory in a Hawaiian shirt for someone before.
Pretty cool.
So yeah.
Nice. Well, thanks for coming on. It's nice to do community spotlight. So you can find Andrew and Twitter. You can find her in the Salty World Discord. I'll provide a link to her Twitter on here and get some altars from her. She does a great job, and she could probably kick your ass in Flesh and Blood too.
I
Yep.
appreciate it. Thank you,
Thanks.
Salty.